Hi Pile 1, welcome to your video today where we are focusing on your person's confessions and their intentions. So I hope you guys have liked the introduction. That was Chapelle in Paris in France, which was so beautiful. Since Notre Dame has had that fire and it's under reconstruction, a lot of people are going to this chapel as a place to worship and to find connection to spirit. So when I was there, it was just so immense and so beautiful with all that stained glass. It was so pretty. So I wanted to share that with you. And I wanted to embrace the purple of the room. So pretty. And so I've kind of set up some fun structures of crystals here for you today as your crystals of the day. I have your beautiful dream amethyst here. I have a lavender quartz. And I have a beautiful pillar of citrine just to kind of give some extra energy in this reading today. The other crystal of the day I have picked for you for your tarot is this beautiful agate heart because I feel like it almost looks like stained glass. So it's very pretty, and when you see it in the other direction, it's like the sun is shining through it, just like a beautiful window in a chapel, in a cathedral. So it's very pretty. So I will put this also in frame so you can see it in this session today. So the deck that you chose to start is very interesting, actually. This is the Archetypes deck. So I feel like it connects a lot to your person's confessions and intentions in regards to what they're working through right now, in regards to growing as a person and their sense of self so that they can connect with you romantically. So we're going to check and we're going to look a little bit and see what's going on with your person. What are their confessions and intentions today? So I'm going to pick 3 cards to start since this is the deck that you have chose. And we're going to see 3 cards to see what are they working through right now. So I'm going to put this there. All right. So what is your person working through and what are their intentions? So first of all, I get the healer card. That's actually very beautiful. So the healer card talks about how your person is really trying to heal their heart in regards to this connection. And I feel in regards to other things they've gone through that are affecting this connection indirectly. So the light attributes of the healer card is it says passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Ability to help transform pain into healing. So I do feel like their intention right now is to heal their heart. They really want to heal this connection. And if anything happened between the two of you that doesn't really sit well with them, then I feel like they're really going to try to help heal that as well. So that's good. They're really trying to work through their shadow side right now. And so they may at some times, from time to time, this might surface for them. They may feel like in the past they've taken advantage of people that have needed help. And so they are kind of coming to terms with that. And then it also says that they sometimes might fail to care for themselves. So they may do like even some self-neglect and they're not very good at self-healing. So they're trying to work on it and they're trying to get better at it. So I feel like that's the first thing one of the main things that they're trying to do at this moment in regards to this connection. Then I get the damsel card, which can seem a little funny if your person's a guy or identifies as a man or does not identify as a woman. So it's interesting with the damsel because that kind of energy represents how in history, in folklore, in stories, they always say that like the woman is the damsel in distress, right? Like she's the one that's going through the stress and the struggle and the hard times. It seems like in this connection, they're trying to understand what healthy love and healthy romance is. Sort of similar to Disney's fairy tale princesses or other kind of stories where like the love interest, the woman is the helpless one, or they make bad love choices. Like, there are those memes in Disney that go around and they're like, oh yes, Snow White will marry the prince who kisses somebody that's like passed away, or, Belle will fall in love with a beast who's keeping her prisoner in the tower and falling in love with her captor. Like Disney kind of personifies toxic love choices, but, because we are, shown pretty dresses, we still fall for it all the time. Anyways, I do. So basically, your person's trying to understand what healthy love is, what healthy romance is, and they're trying to heal their heart from past relationships that weren't healthy or past family dynamics that have added to or contributed to them choosing maybe unhealthy relationships in the past. So your person is definitely trying to rely on themselves. It says inspires you to rely on yourself. So your person's also trying to be self-reliant and not be a damsel in distress, especially if they don't identify as a woman. They might feel a lot of shame if they're dependent or reliant on other people when they're supposed to be the man who is tough and strong and self-sufficient and macho, especially somebody who earns a lot of money and can take care of themselves. So there may be some ego stuff that they're working through in regards to finances, self-reliance, and also in regards to discernment, in regards to love and healing. The shadow side that might come up for your person at this time is they might be trying to wait for somebody else to rescue them. There are a lot of people that are involved in money marriages, or they may have a situation with work or their boss that is a toxic one as well, or they may be waiting, like they may need their parents to pay for them, or they might take some of their inheritance early to pay for some stuff. So it's like your person is waiting for a knight in shining armor to provide for them, or they might be hoping that somebody would rescue them, and that might also cause them some shame and self-disgust. So that might be their shadow side that's coming up at this time for them. And it says seduction by romantic illusion. So they may get very seduced by the illusion of love, or by love bombing, or by words of affirmation or gifts. And so for your person, they're really trying to use wisdom when it comes to love and when it comes to this relationship. So your person is definitely trying to heal from wounds in their past. So definitely that. And then I get the Alchemist, which is interesting if you guys haven't read the book The Alchemist, or your person is currently reading the book The Alchemist, which they may be doing. The Alchemist is a very cool book, and I'm not going to spoil the ending. I did actually have this card come up in a previous video, and one of the viewers actually said they were reading the book The Alchemist, so they're glad I didn't spoil it. But basically The Alchemist, what the story is about this boy that's looking for some treasure, and he goes on this journey to find treasure in this adventure. And so that's kind of what the book is about like self-discovery and also adventure. And it comes to kind of like, what do they call them? The hero's journey, or where it's like the person is learning about themselves through an adventure. So I know there's a word for it, but I'm blanking right now. It says that what your person is working through right now, their intentions on self-improvement, is they're working to transform their motives and goals into wisdom. So your person's trying to learn wisdom along the way of this journey, of this connection, of this relationship with you. And it seems like the shadow that's coming up is they're trying not to abuse the power and the knowledge that they gain through this. So it says basically misuse of the power and knowledge that comes through spiritual practice. So your person is trying to become more spiritual or connect their spirituality to something that's true for them. And they're trying not to abuse power and knowledge that they gain through becoming more spiritual. Sometimes when we become more spiritual, we can become more psychic, or we can be, just have these wisdom downloads or these epiphanies and realizations, and they don't want to abuse power if they know that something works. They don't want to manipulate others. So I feel like your person doesn't want to manipulate you if they know what works on you, if they know your weaknesses, if they know your wounds, if they know what charms you. Your person's trying really hard to not give in to that in this connection. So I do feel like that your person is working really hard on their self and self-development right now, and their intentions are really about working through their shadow side so that they can really merge in these beautiful lessons, healing oneself, becoming self-reliant, and making healthy discernment with good choices, with wisdom to transform themselves right now at this time. So I do feel like your person is really trying hard to work through the parts of themselves that they struggle with. Now I want to look at some tarot, and you know what, we're going to go to the Mystic Palette Tarot right now, and I'm going to see what's going on in your connection right now. I want to see what their intentions are. So we're going to start to do with intentions. So we're going to first see what are your intentions in this connection, and we're going to have them here. And then we're going to see what are your person's intentions. We're going to switch this around so I have more space also. So I will actually put your beautiful archetype tarot back, but I will keep your sweet agate in frame. But I don't know where to put you. I don't want to move you off there. We'll do this. Okay, cute. And that citrine's also going over there. Okay, so we have 3 cards for the past, what has happened already in this connection to bring you to the situation you're at the moment. We have 3 cards for your person's intentions for the future. So what they're intending as this connection develops or progresses, or the next 3 months in the future. If you're watching this video when I'm releasing it, which will be, I believe, October 21st. I say that I believe it because sometimes I do move the videos around based on special requests or based on what I feel intuitively at the time. But I would say that this is going to be probably between now through the end of the year. And if you're watching this as a timeless video, which you can, then this would just be 3 months in the future, your person's intentions for you in this connection. And a card of a longer term future of what will happen down the road later on as this connection hits past the 3-month mark. So I am going to do reversals for some more information. So right now I get for you, for your intentions with your person, is I feel like you are in a very beautiful space. You're kind of going back and forth between taking action and taking it quiet. Because I'm getting all of your cards are upright. I get the Knight of Swords, where I feel like for you, you're really prioritizing your person, their wants and their needs. Your person could be, the signs that I'm getting are Libra, Gemini, Aquarius as an air sign. I'm also getting with the 4 of Swords, the next card, it says Jupiter in Libra, where their Jupiter might be in Libra, or they may, again, it's confirmation more of Libra energy. We are, of course, in the end of Libra now. So there is that energy, and I'm recording this video on the new moon in Libra. So there's a lot of actual Libra energy in this pile or in your energy right now. And then also with this card, I get the card of Jupiter in Leo. So I feel like for you, you or your person may be a Leo, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra energy. So I feel like for you, you're prioritizing them right now. So I get the Knight of Swords where they're in your energy field. You're definitely prioritizing them. You're prioritizing communication. You're wanting to move forward with them. And you're intending on progressing this connection if you can, when you can, because the 6 of Wands here is about wanting to be a hero. So maybe where your person's working through that archetype of damsel in distress, maybe you're feeling like you're prioritizing your person, you're racing in like a hero, you might be feeling more in the rescuer role right now, or you intend to rescue your person, and your person is going through a distressful time or a helplessness or a challenge in their life, and they're looking maybe to you for rescuing. And so you want to rush in as a hero, or you intend to save your person. And then I get the Knight of Swords, which is good communication, and the 4 of Swords, which is sometimes feeling like inactivity. But you know what's so interesting? I've seen a lot of 4 of Swords cards, obviously. But this is one where even though the person is laying down, sleeping, meditating, or, you know, getting hypnosis or doing Reiki or, you know, healing in some way, your person's healing, which did come up in their archetype cards. This is the only card that I get in the 4 of Swords decks that I've seen so far, where this person is laying down, resting, inactivity, but look at how much motion the horse has in this card. This white horse that's like bucking, basically, ready to charge forward. And then this is a white horse charging forward. So see how in your intention is even in the resting times, or even during the time periods where you're feeling like you have to pause, you're still wanting to race forward. You might even be holding yourself back. So I feel like that this is interesting in this way. Also, I feel like there is a little bit of Sagittarius energy too showing up, because I am getting that both cards are represented by Jupiter. This is Jupiter in Libra, this is Jupiter in Leo. So Jupiter is the ruling planet of Sagittarius. So Sagittarius energy also shows up for either you or your person as well. So you do have intentions of progressing this forward and maybe even rescuing your person if you need to. Now your person's intentions in this connection, let's see here. So I get, Four of Cups. No, Five of Cups. Yeah, there's five because there's sadness. Now there's the Mars symbol and there's a Scorpio symbol. So your person may have Mars in Scorpio, or you might, or you may be a Scorpio, or they may be, because I'm getting Scorpio energy that shows up here in this pile. It's interesting when I look at the card, there are two roses that show up. So it's almost like heartbroken love. So your person is definitely needing to heal. So when we got the healer as the archetype, that's very confirmed here. So your person is definitely intending on healing their heart or healing the connection with you. And the Five of Cups is upright. And the Five of Cups is usually the heartbreak card. So they're definitely trying to heal their heart. And I get the other two cards are upright as well. I get the Page or Princess of Fire, and I'm getting the High Priestess. So for some of you, your person may be in a third party situation, or they may be needing to heal from a past relationship partner, because I am getting the two partners here, two women, maybe being like you and someone from the past, or you and then somebody else from the past. It seems like the two relationships that they've had, either they're in a current relationship and they're needing to heal from it, or maybe they're in a relationship with you and there's a third party. But if that's the case, you would already know I never release like cheating videos. This is all about like, unless it's by special request, and then that's different. But so this is basically about either they're in a relationship with you and there's a temptation and that's hurt you and they need to heal from that, and then you've already known about this, or that they're in a relationship and you want to be with them and they want to be with you and there's a third party debt balance there and there's it needing to heal from that. Or this is an ex and this is somebody where they need to heal from it. Another scenario that's possible with these cards is it could be a mom. So it could be with the High Priestess, it could be a mother or a grandmother or an aunt or a female maternal figure from the past that they either need to heal from, or that heals them, or that's nurturing with them. So there is that. So one of these women, and I say they're feminine energies, so I would say one of these women are like a High Priestess energy, like a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio kind of energy. And I'm looking on these cards because I always want to see, yeah, there's moons. So Cancer energy here, or Pisces, and especially. So Cancer, Pisces especially, potentially Scorpio. Especially because Scorpio is here. So it could be really confirmation of Scorpio. And then there is a fire sign energy, which I would say would be Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, which is interesting since Leo is shown on this card here. So it's a very interesting dynamic. So it does seem like there needs to be a healing, and the two roses correlate to the two women. So it's like there is two pieces of your person's heart that is healing right now. So I feel like that is very powerful. So your person's definitely intending to heal. If there needs to be a decision made between you and somebody else, they intend to make that decision, but maybe after they heal first. Then I get, in the past, what's happened between the two of you to get to this point is, yeah, I feel like that your person, for some of them, it is a third party situation and they've been battling with temptation. For others of you, it is about healing from past relationships that have maybe hurt or damaged them, or their concept of love. So I get first Two of Cups, which is like a beautiful connection between the two of you. So I feel like in the past you guys were at least dating or are dating. So I do feel like that you guys have had or still have a current or a past commitment. So there was definitely a commitment, at least in the past, maybe now, and definitely you guys have been together as a relationship. Most likely more of an official one. And again, Cancer Venus shows up here. So you or your person may have a Cancer, a Venus in Cancer, or maybe a Cancer, which is definitely confirmed by the Moon card as well. So there is that energy, but definitely the Two of Cups, which shows you and your person being together in a relationship. Then I get the Temperance card, which in this deck, I'm getting Sagittarius, and then I'm getting the Devil card, which usually are represented by Capricorn energies. So there's the goat, that's Capricorn on the Devil, and there's a Sagittarius symbol that's on the Temperance. So I do feel like that for your person, that it's like that your person is dealing with angel, devil, angel, devil. So in the past, they had an angel on one shoulder, they had a devil on the other shoulder, and they had to decide, like, who do they listen to? So they had to decide this. So you guys were in a relationship, or still even are, and they had to either resist temptation, or they needed to make a decision based on who is a better relationship, or they needed to overcome trauma baggage from a past relationship or a past maternal figure that hurt them. Then I get 3 cards in the future, what their intention is going to be in the next 3 months from now, where I'm getting the World upright, I get the Queen of Swords in reverse, and I get the 3 of Wands in reverse. So your person might have a hard time progressing this connection. Maybe they're going to need more healing, or maybe they're going to think about what they want to do. The World and the 3 of Wands reverse is all about travel and the inability to travel. So I feel like your person is going to make a decision about, do they go off into the world and travel, or do they, but this is the upright version of this card, or do they not travel? So your person has to make a decision. There are 2 women here. There is a, do I travel, do I not? So it's like in the next 3 months, they're making a decision about traveling or not. I'm also getting the Aries symbol on this card. So I'm getting an Aries on Mars. So your person may also have their Mars in Aries, or they may be thinking about, do I travel in April or not? And then I'm getting also the fixed signs. So this is, the fixed sign is the eagle, which is Scorpio, the ox or the bull, which is Taurus, the lion, which is Leo, and then the person, which is Aquarius. So it's like the 4 fixed signs at the top of this card here. So they're thinking about, do I travel, which is what they want to do impulsively with this Fool here and the dog, which is loyalty. So they're wanting to travel, but then they're also feeling like maybe they shouldn't, or maybe they can't, or maybe they have to wait. And then I'm getting the Queen of Swords here, which is in reverse. So it seems like it might be determined by which woman they pick, or it might be determined by how much they heal from women. Now, the Queen could be the mother figure, or it could be you or a person from the past. This Queen in reverse is usually an air sign, but it also could be a Scorpio. So the air sign is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. So I feel like that your person is making that decision here. Now, and actually this goes, that's all right, I'll flip them around. This is basically in reverse, and the World is upright. So they're figuring stuff out, and then the Queen of Swords is reversed. All right, so now I get what they want beyond 3 months from now, or what their intentions are, is I get the Queen of Coins in reverse. So again, here are the 2 queens. So it may be that they're trying to figure out between 2 of you. So that's most likely what I kind of see in this pile, is they're trying to decide between 2 women. It's kind of what I'm discovering in this pile. If this is not your situation, that's fine. Then pick another pile, or maybe go forward with this still and see what else comes up, because there still might be that your person's dealing with like the healing themes and stuff like that. But we'll see if more confirmation comes up for this, because we still do have a few minutes left. But I do see that the intention is, with the Queen reversed, that they're really trying to restructure how they're thinking and feeling about love, about women, about relationships, or feminine energies, or maybe even sometimes their own feminine energy within, and they may have to find the wisdom to balance their energy with gentleness and with softness. So there may be this. So if your person needs to heal from mother wound, that could be it. They may have to heal from ex-girlfriend or ex-feminine partner wound, or they may have to pick between 2 women, is kind of what I'm seeing. But I feel like healing is a huge overarching theme here in this connection. Now I'm going to jump to thoughts and emotions from your person to get some confessions from them right now. So let us see here. First I will take these, and then I will take these. So, and then I will put this here. All right. So we have the Hermit and we have the Ocean of Emotion. So what your person would say to you, what they would confess to you, if they could say anything. All right, let's see. So we're going to choose 5 thoughts, and then I'm going to choose 5 correlating emotions to go with those thoughts. So let's see. So we have that. And now we have the Ocean of Emotion deck. Literally, I'm sorry, guys. On the back of the deck, I am getting unfaithful. So not all, and passion. So unfaithful and passion. So not all of you are in third-party situations. But if you are, then you would know about it. And so your person might be dealing with sexual temptation, or you might be the sexual temptation. So We'll see if they come up as well for these thoughts. And if they do, then that might just be a message for some of you out there. Now, I wouldn't jump to the conclusion that your person's being unfaithful or being with other women, but if they have told you about it, then that applies to you. If they haven't told you about it, then I would disregard that message, and that message is for most likely a different viewer. So first we have this one, and this one. Okay, so we have for you, we have the thought is I want to start a family with you. So your person really does have the intention of wanting to start a family with you, but their confession is dark. I am afraid you're not going to want me if you see the truth. So I feel like they want to and they intend to move forward and have a family with you. They may even have kids with you and want to continue as a family with you. They might want to like keep the family together. But if they have this, past, they may fear that you wouldn't love or accept them because of this, or they may feel with this that you're not going to want them if you see their shadow side. So, and that could even be more than just, it may be different than fidelity. It might be in regards to the finances. If they're feeling like a damsel in distress as a masculine, and they're feeling like they don't have enough money to support a family or kids with you, they might feel ashamed or embarrassed about it, and they may feel like you're not going to want to pick them if they don't have the finances. So it doesn't necessarily have to do with cheating, but I would say it could have to do with that. But again, that only applies to people where your person has confessed this or that you have found this out. So, or you guys might, no longer be in a commitment, and they may be thinking, should they stay with you, be with somebody else, or that. So it might be that you guys are not in a commitment now. Yeah, but they're saying, I want to start a family with you, but now is not the time, which again may have to do with their lack of finances, or it may have to do with, should they get serious? Should they commit to you? They need to do some healing. And then I'm getting miserable. So dark and misery. I am haunted by the past and my own inner darkness, which is literally connected to the dark card. So they want to start a family with you, but they're haunted by the past. They're haunted by their own inner darkness. They're haunted that you might not want them if you see the truth. They're feeling like they want to have a family with you, but now is not the time. Next thought is there is someone else. All right, you guys, this is a third-party situation pile. I just can't not say that anymore. All right, so there's definitely a third-party situation. And just know, if you guys are not in a third party, this is not your pile. So just pick another one. There is someone else, but then I get illusions. They can't see. It says, I can see through the smoke. Yeah, I can see beyond the smoke and mirrors now. So there's somebody else, and they're feeling like they're able to see through the illusion, which is really part of their using wisdom and discernment in regards to romantic love. So your person is really trying to use discernment to pick the right person, to choose the right partner. I feel like they want to be with you and start a family with you. And if there's somebody else, you could be the somebody else. But if there's somebody else, they're trying to make wise choices in love, and they're trying not to be dazzled by the illusion of romantic love. So like in the archetype card, we saw that their shadow side was to not be seduced by romantic illusion, which is literally what this is. So they can see, it seems like they're able to see through, and they have the wisdom and the discernment to see through love bombing, to see through withholding affection, to see through different tricks that can kind of come up. Toxic love, they can see through that. So that's good. It seems like you guys maybe were an ex of theirs, and so maybe you are the ex, and that you're trying to resurface in your person's life, and they have somebody now. Because it says, I know you from somewhere, which is the Six of Cups card. So it seems like you've dated them in the past, especially with the Two of Cups in the past section. So you've dated them in the past. You might be an ex resurfacing, and that you might be the angel devil for them. Or it might be that they're with the devil and that they need to be with you and you're from the past. So there is that. And then I get inspired. Your light illuminates my mind and soul. So you're definitely not the devil here. You are an illuminating energy. You are somebody that's helping your person see through illusions. And this inspired, this light illuminating is what your person is having and internalizing to help heal that dark and that misery, that haunted past. So that is really, really good. And then the last thought that your person has is you are right, which don't we all love to hear that? And then truth. You are right, and this is the truth. So they know that what you're saying or doing is right and is the truth. And maybe that's why you're in the rescuer role and you're trying to save your person from being with the wrong soul. Okay, you guys, that makes so much sense. So you are right. They know that you speak the truth. And it says, I know you can feel me and you're inside my mind. You know the truth I've been trying to hide. Exactly, because this video is about confessions and intentions. So that makes so much sense. Okay, you guys, that is interesting. I am going to pull one card from your Stellar Energy Oracle deck just because these thoughts and emotions and this whole reading has been a little heavy, and I would like to leave you with something inspirational. So I'm going to pull a final card for you in regards to this with the Stellar Energy Oracle deck. Sudden realization. It says clarity, truth, which just came up, epiphany. A sudden realization has brought new clarity, and that is your person being able to see through the illusions. So I feel that your person is going to make the right decision. And I feel like they have had a lot of realizations. They might have happened very suddenly, but your person does seem to have a lot of really cool realizations about this connection. And I feel like that you guys are going to be able to progress this. So that is good. And actually on the back of the deck, I got Bountiful Harvest, which looks like Halloween to me. So, or Thanksgiving or that kind of energy. So I wouldn't be surprised if it happens in the fall. And if you're watching this video while I'm releasing it, it's extremely timely. So I wish you guys lots of luck. I am rooting for you guys, but especially for you. And if this did not resonate with you, no worries. Feel free to pick another pile. This was highly specific and could be highly triggering. So again, don't worry about it if this is not your situation. Don't start to worry that maybe your person's cheating on you. This is only for people that this is their situation. So feel free to pick another pile if you want. And I will see you guys soon. If you like this video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading today, where we are answering the question of what are your person's confessions and intentions. So I hope you've enjoyed the intro. That was Sainte-Chapelle in Paris. It was very, very beautiful. As you can see, the chapel is stunning with all of that stained glass. And I love how this video is about confessions, because where do you go to confess? You go to church, right? So, or you go to a place where you can confess to spirit or that. So we want to know what your person's really thinking, what their confessions are, and really what they intend to do, what their intentions are with this connection. So we're going to look at some of the cards you have picked. You have picked this Tarot de Paris deck, which is beautiful. It also has stained glass here, which is stunning. This represents actually the window in Notre Dame. But what's so interesting is this does actually also resemble that beautiful circular window in Sainte-Chapelle as well. So it's very cool. I've also picked some crystals today for you. I have your crystal of the day, which is this beautiful, stunning amethyst. So very, very pretty. And I also have picked these other gorgeous crystals to align our table very nicely. So I have this really huge, beautiful citrine, which is great for happiness, joy, love, and luck. I have this lavender, beautiful quartz, which is very great for love and romance, and peace and serenity. And we have this dream amethyst, which is really good to connect you to your higher self and to spirit, and connect your crown chakra to your energy, which is nice. So I will put the amethysts together and start to shuffle the cards, because we're going to see right now what is going on in the connection between you and your person. I will take reversals because they will give more information that way. And we're going to see. So we have 3 cards for your side. What are your intentions in this connection with your person right now? And we have 3 cards for your person. What are their current intentions in this connection with you? And then we have 3 cards for the past. What has happened already in this connection that has brought the 2 of you to this current point? Then we have 3 cards in the near future. So this is between the next 3 months from now. So probably between now and the end of the year, if you guys are watching this when I'm releasing it, which should be October 21st. And we have 3 cards, or 1 card, for a long-term future, what would happen past that. So this is probably what's going to happen in 2023, or what they intend, and this is what they intend to have happen between now and the end of the year. If you guys are watching this when I'm releasing it. If you're watching this at a different time, then feel free to calculate 3 months into the future and then beyond that. So your intentions currently in this situation, I'm getting the 8 of Swords. Your hands are tied and you feel trapped. It seems like you intend to be able to do things in this connection, because I do get the Strength card, but it seems like you can't do it right now until divine timing happens and things turn around. So, and I apologize, I'm noticing the glare is a little tricky with some of these cards. So the 8 of Swords shows how it's like right now your hands are tied. You're feeling like this is a waiting time period for you, and you're waiting until the situation changes or until you get freed from your circumstances. You also might be feeling like, I wouldn't say patient, but I would say you also might be waiting it out if things have to change just from time. Now, the presence is the Leo energy. So you may have some Leo in your chart somewhere strong. So there is this. I get the Strength card. So I feel like you have all the strength to do what you need to do and the timing that you need to do it. And I feel like you might just be coiled in wait, or you might be like a lion, just kind of like ready to pounce, but you're holding yourself back right now, or being held back right now. And you are going to pounce, but right now, your Wheel of Fortune card, the Sphinx, which could be, it's a lion energy, and it's also a little bit of a Scorpio energy. So there may be some Leo and Scorpio in you or your person. So the Sphinx is about the Wheel of Fortune, and it's in reverse right now. So you might be feeling like it's not the right timing, or you're waiting for God's timing or divine timing, or you're waiting for things to shift and turn around in this connection. You're just waiting to pounce, and you're waiting for that to turn around. So you intend to wait until you can take action. Your person intends, if right now, they are trying to work through their energy. It's interesting how the Alchemy card is coming up, because pile 1 had the Alchemist as one of their main first cards. And so there may be some messages for you in pile 1, but that's only if you're in a third-party situation. And I just want to give that disclaimer now, because I would say that it could be for people not in 1, but it's heavily third-party, like heavily third-party. So I would say only check pile 1 if you're like in a third-party situation. So I get the Alchemy. So your person is intending on working through their shadow side. They also have the Crown in this. They're trying to work to become a sovereign. They're trying to become a king or a queen in their own right. They're trying to grow and evolve as a person. So this is very strong. There's also Venus and Mercury on this card as well. So I feel like that with this card that, oh, and it's Sagittarius. Okay, so your person or you may have their Venus or their Mercury in Sagittarius. Also, this is a card of like trying to race forward quickly. So Alchemy is about being able to like race forward in that strong way. So you can see how it's like this person is racing forward in the chariot. So I feel like your person is intending on coming forward to you quickly, either traveling to you or communicating with you quickly, with Mercury, travel and communication. And I feel like your person is also trying to go through a change and a transformation. So there is that. I get the 8 of Cups, which is in reverse. So normally the 8 of Cups is about walking away, but because your card is reversed for your person's intentions, they do not intend on walking away from you. So I do feel like that your person plans on racing towards you and not walking away from this connection. So there is that. But I also get the 5 of Fire in reverse, and that might be mirroring you, where you might be feeling with this card that they're not able to really fight for you right now. So they're saying this is about not fighting for you, but racing in as soon as they can. I feel like they may feel discouraged if you actually yourself have other suitors. They may not want to be in a competition with anybody else, or they may not want anyone else to be with you. So there's that. And then the 5 of Wands or 5 of Fire is also like they don't want to fight with you. So I'm feeling like they want to race in, they don't want to fight with you, they don't want to walk away, and these are their intentions. So, in the past, what has happened already to bring the two of you to this current state is, I feel like that you guys have been in a long distance connection, because I'm getting the Two of Coins, and you can see on the card the world on the bottom and another world up top. So being maybe of two worlds or of two different places or two different geographies, I feel like that your person did take a trip to see you or travel towards you in the past as well, with the Eight of Fire or Eight of Wands, which is all about racing in and all about being able to come forward. So it's like in the past you guys have traveled, and maybe even more than one trip to see each other, with the Two of Coins and the Eight of Fire. So there was that. And there may have been a juggling and a going back and forth, or the two of you in different places. Then I'm getting the Seven of Fire in reverse. So it seems like even though you guys traveled to see each other, it seems like you guys were not able to overcome all of the obstacles in this connection. So the Seven of Fire was in reverse. Also, your person may have been battling with their principles or battling with their integrity, because usually Seven of Wands is about standing their ground and standing their, standing on their principles to rise to a higher level in life. So they may also have been going against their principles in some way, or they may have had a hard time overcoming challenges in this connection. Now, in the next 3 months, what they intend is they do intend on making a decision. And I get the Two of Swords or Two of Air. So I feel like your person really does want to make a change. They really want to be able to make a decision. So if they've been undecided, and sometimes the Two of Coins can be about going back and forth about something, and it seems like your person intends on making a decision, making a difficult choice within 3 months' time, but probably not right away, because they're probably procrastinating on it, or it's difficult for them, or they're, the Four of Swords is inactivity. So they don't want to do it right away, but they probably will, or they intend to do it within the next 3 months before the end of the year, but they still are procrastinating and dragging their feet. And I get Eight of Coins. I do feel like they do want to be more consistent with you. They don't want to be so back and forth. They want to be able to race in. They don't want to have to hold themselves back. They don't want to have to fight with you. I feel like they want to be just consistent and grounded and present and in your life. And a grounded, stable force. And then their final intention is Princess of Cups, or in this deck it's called Spirit of Water, where I feel like their heart is open to love and they're able to give and receive love beautifully. So they do intend on giving you their love and receiving your love. So that is very beautiful. So I do feel like this is about an open heart and being very, very loving. So that is great. And that's their intention. Now, I want to get to see some confessions from your person right now. So I'm going to go to some of their thoughts, and I'm going to have them correlate to some of their emotions. So let's see here. Now is not the time. We both know that, because on your side, it seems like you are also waiting with your Eight of Swords and your Wheel of Fortune reversed. And your person seems like as well, they want to rush in, but they're not ready to make that decision right away. So we have this. So we have 5 Hermit cards, and we're going to do some emotion cards. Actually, we have a little bit of time. I'm going to do some truth deck on the 3. So we're going to do a trio, and we're going to put the truth deck even on top of these. So we have the Hermits here. We have the Ocean of Emotions here. And since this is confessions and intentions, we're going to do the truth deck on top of these. All right, so we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're going to see what's going on here. All right, so now is not the time. That is combined with beauty. Your natural beauty takes my breath away. So they want to just like stare at you and take you in and just like languish in your loveliness. But they're like, oh, but I can't right now. Oh, but I can't right now. They want to like stare at you, but they know they can't. And then I get time apart. Yeah. They know that you guys are apart right now. And I feel like if your guys are needing to travel to each other, I feel like that, or, you know, maybe you guys have already traveled to each other and now you're back to your own places and there is like this time apart that you guys have. So they really, really wish they could like stare at you, but they know that it's not the right time right now. And they also know that you're probably not physically next to each other. Then the next one, you are right. So you are right about something. They want to confess this. It says manipulation and seeing clearly. Awesome. Okay, great. So if you said that somebody is trying to manipulate them, they're saying you are right. They're noticing who is trying to manipulate them in their life and that they are seeing this clearly now. Or they may be like, you're right. You're seeing this whole situation clearly. And, you know, I know that maybe I've been trying to manipulate things behind the scenes. So maybe you've been seeing that they've been trying to manipulate you and you're calling them out on it. And they're like, yes, yes, you're right. But maybe they won't really tell you this in real life, but they would confess it in here. So I feel like that they know that you're right. They know that there is somebody that's manipulating, maybe either them to you or maybe somebody else to them. And it seems like there is this and that they're seeing this clearly now, especially if you've been trying to warn your person. Then they also see they are going to try to communicate with you. So the Ace of Swords comes up, and that's a really good card of communicating. So they are going to talk to you. They are going to reach out. And I get via phone. Ha! Nice. All right, they're going to reach out to you through the phone, either call you or text you or whatever. And then I get balanced. So when they balance themselves, when they balance their life, they are going to reach out to you on the phone when they are back in their own energy, like when they are right again, they will do so. Then it's very important to you. Ooh, okay. Because this says now is not the right time. This says the time is now. So what's very interesting is you matter. So first of all, they really want you to know, like their confession to you is that you are so important to them. And that you are so, so important, you matter so much that they really, really regret how they have treated you and the situation. Because I get remorse and it says, I know I've messed up and it's killing me. So they feel really bad with how they've treated you because you're so important. So they've either done or said something that has really hurt you or that they either wish they could take back because they feel like it's really, really hurt you and that really is killing them because of how important you are to them. And then it says the time is now. So that might be a confession that they give you immediately. So that might be one that they tell you sooner than later. And then, so I am in so much pain goes with sad. So you guys, they're both gray cards. They're both sad cards. They're both like in pain. And then it says, I'm just miserable and I'm really tired of pretending I'm not. So this is really hard for them, you guys. It seems like they're in so much pain. They're so sad about this. And I get envious. So if they're worried you're with other people or would date somebody else, or they might be jealous or envious of somebody else's situation or having what they can't have, that might hurt them like way more than they lead on to you, like way, way more. So if you're with somebody else, or if you're thinking of dating somebody else, or they even see your like social media of like other people being around you or flirting with you, it seems like that is really hurting them like big time. So that is actually very, very interesting. Now I'm going to go to some more cards. Okay, so I'm going to go to, we're going to take some messages, oracle messages, and we're going to combine them with stellar energy oracles. So let's see here. So we're putting back the Ocean of Emotion and Hermit Tarot and Truth deck. And we're going to now go to Messages of Love and Stellar Energy Oracle cards. So we're going to get some more confessions from your person. And we're going to see their intentions. So more confessions. What they are feeling in their heart for you right now. We're going to do 5 messages of love. And we're going to do 5 clarifying Stellar Energy Oracle messages. I feel like I almost want to combine it with like one other deck. What do I want to combine it with? Romance angels. No, relationship cards. Okay. All right, so this is a deck I don't use on my channel too often, but I'm curious. All right. And we're going to take these. Now, these are front and back, so I try not to look at them because it's kind of like cheating. All right, but I want to get this one too. Okay, so now we're going to shuffle. I'm just going to look up at the camera and not look down because I want to just put them. Okay, and now we're going to do 5. Oh, sorry, I cheated. The first one is love, and then bondage, renewal, transformation, and release. And ironically, I'll take this one too because it says regret. And that was very connected to that remorse card that your person already got. So I am going to put that actually in frame. So very, very interesting. Some of the overarching energy going on right now is regret. So I feel like that your person is regretting. It says that they might be dwelling on a missed opportunity with you. It says if you dwell on missed opportunities, you have an excuse to live in regret and avoid new challenges, which we got with the 7 of Wands reversed, that they are having a hard time overcoming all the challenges and obstacles in this connection. It says everything happens for the best, so step up. Yeah, pile 2's person, step up. Great opportunities abound with pile 2. So they regret it and they might be having a pity party, but they just need to step up and they need to be able to like compensate or fix, rectify what's happened. All right, so beautiful starting energy is love. So I do feel like your person feels so much love for you. I get patiently waiting. They are patiently waiting for love. That is so beautiful. That's similar to what you're doing. You're waiting, ready to pounce. And chemistry. There is so much love, chemistry, and they're patiently waiting for this. On this card, it says, focus your heart on the greatest qualities and everything that makes you lovable. Your love for yourself is a powerful magnet that attracts more love into your life. So I feel like your person's definitely having a hard time with their self-confidence right now, especially if they are feeling shame or remorse or regret or guilt about what they've done. That's hard to love yourself when you're in a guilt or shame place. But I do feel that your person is definitely very much in love with you, and they're very much patiently waiting for their opportunity, which is this missed opportunity. They're waiting for their opportunity to be with you with love and chemistry. The attraction you feel is mutual. So if you've been feeling intense passion for your person, just know they return it very much. They have love, they have chemistry, and they're literally just waiting for them to be able to have this with you. Now I'm moving these over a bit so we have more space. So now we have apology, reach out, and bondage. Exactly. So your person's feeling a little stuck and a little trapped right now. It says you have bound yourself up with your own negative thinking. Right, because they're in pain and they're sad and they're regretful and they're remorseful. Challenge yourself. It says stop it now. Challenge yourself to replace negative expectations with a positive outlook. Prepare for rapid change in your life. So your person is going to have rapid change in their life. They are patiently waiting for this to happen. They are bound by, I feel, their external circumstances too, but especially if you guys are long distance, but also they are bound up in their own negative thinking. So there is this. And then I get reach out, where I feel like your person is going to reach out and give you an apology. So that's what your person definitely intends to do. So fantastic. I'm loving this very much. And it says you can expect the apology you want to hear, and they're going to take the initiative to reach out. So that is also fantastic. So love to hear it. I feel like they might be bound up with their own guilt until they apologize, or they might be I feel like they're tied up by their own self-punishment. Then I get renewal, and this combines with vulnerability and breathe in. So your person has a hard time being vulnerable, but they are going to return to it. So they are going to renew back to the spot where they are going to be vulnerable with you, and they need to really kind of prepare themselves for it. So they need to breathe in and allow themselves to be vulnerable. And this renewal says love is coming around again. Yay, pile 2. Whether it's an existing relationship rekindled, a past love returned, or a heightened sense of self-renewal, love refreshes your spirit with the promise of new beginnings. So excited. Okay, then I get, yes, you can be completely open with this person. So I feel like they know they can be completely open with you, even if it's hard to be. And breathe in, which says take time to meditate and relax your mind and body. So I do feel like that when they're vulnerable to you, that they have their apology and they can confess that's a time period where they're like, oh, I can just relax now. I can finally breathe. So then I get transformation, which we love to see it. Oh my gosh, we love to see it. They're going through a change and a transformation now. It says, you struggle with confusion as you move towards your potential, but trust the changes that will bring more love and fulfillment than you ever dreamed possible. So your person is struggling. They are feeling confused because they don't know how to move forward because they need to make a change. But I love how this card said that there's a rapid change coming. So that is amazing. So this rapid change will bring more love and fulfillment than they've ever imagined, which they want and they've been waiting for. So that's amazing. It goes with sudden realization. Yes, we love this. So they have a sudden realization that they need to go through this change, this transformation, and that this says this person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. So they definitely realize the spiritual lesson in all of this. So your person has had a major epiphany, a major wake-up call. Your person is absolutely going through a transformation, and that is exactly what's going to be able to bring you guys together. So I am very excited about this. And they are releasing this bondage. They are going to be releasing this emotional baggage, which is fantastic. It says, how do you feel in this relationship? If you're not supported in a positive way, then with gratitude and compassion, let it go. Create space for true love to enter. So your person is going to be able to move forward with gratitude and compassion to be supported in a positive way, allowing space for true love with you to enter, because they have to release the emotional baggage of when they felt bad in relationships in order to make space to be able to be with you. And I feel like you've been really trying to make them do this. Look at how this woman is like dragging this guy out from under his suitcases. So I feel like you're really, really trying to, and have been, to make this happen. Because unavailable, they're saying that your person is intending to be more available, to release the unavailability, to be more available, and that in the past they were unavailable. But they have to release this so they can go through the transformation, so they can have this love, so they can free themselves from being tied up and they can renew this connection with you. So really, really good, you guys. This is fantastic. I am loving they're going to release their baggage. They're going to untie their bonds. They are going to reconnect with you, and they are going to become much more available. So I like this a lot for you guys. I feel like your person has a lot of intentions, a lot of things that they are doing in order to move forward with you, which is so good. I am really, really loving this. And we have like 5 seconds. I'm going to do 3 cards from this Journey of Love deck. Nope, not that deck. No wonder. I'm like, that seemed like a farther reach than I normally do. Okay. So, 3 cards. Your person's confessions and intentions. Final message. 1, 2, 3. All right, we have emotional. You made me feel things I didn't know I could. I feel like your person's confession is that you make them so emotional, and with that vulnerability card that they got, they know they're going to have to be vulnerable with you, and they're really going to have to gain their strength to do that, because it takes a lot of bravery to be vulnerable. And then karma. What have we done? Your person feels like the karma that you got, that they have done, or the karma maybe even that both of you have done, or maybe past life karma, is making them very emotional right now. So it seems like they are dealing with a lot of remorse, a lot of regret. So that is definitely very strong. I didn't even know this was still there. So then, impatient, I can't wait. So your person is feeling very impatient for you and really, really wants to race in. That's that alchemy. They're really going through that transformation. They really want to race in. They're very impatient, and they feel that chemistry, baby. So they are very excited about this. So that is very, very cool. Also, they may feel a little guilty about sex. There is that. So I do feel like even if they feel badly about being sexual, some people feel that way, especially if they have religious views. They definitely still want to do it anyway, though, with you. So that is what I have for you, pile 2. I hope this has helped you. This is obviously a very specific situation. So if this is not your pile, your person, your situation, no worries. Feel free to pick another video or another pile. And if you've liked this video, I'd love for you guys to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't become a subscriber yet. And I would love for you guys to hit the notification bell so you can get all updates of when I release new videos. So I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your reading today, where we are focusing on your person's confessions and their intentions. So we're going to see what are their intentions for you. We're going to see confessions from them. What are they thinking and feeling about you? And maybe a little deeper than you're aware of yourself. So I hope this helps you a lot. And I hope that you have enjoyed the intro. That was at Saint-Chapelle in Paris. So it's very beautiful. Since the Notre Dame is under construction right now, we have Saint-Chapelle as one of the main cathedrals that people go to in Paris for, for connecting to the divine and for worship. So I thought it was very beautiful, especially with the stained glass, very, very pretty. You guys have picked the Lover's Path Tarot, which is a very beautiful tarot card deck. And you guys, I've picked a crystal for you today for your crystal of the day of this beautiful glittery blue druzy heart, which I will put in frame for you so you guys can see it right there. Yeah. And I've also adorned the set with these lovely crystals. So I have this gorgeous citrine to give you love and luck and blessings and money and financial abundance in your connection. I have this lavender quartz to also help bring some romance and some peace and serenity. And I have this dream amethyst, which will also help you with your person connect spiritually and in the dream time. So I hope these crystals will help bless you on your path. And I'm going to shuffle the tarot cards to see what their confessions and intentions are with you today. Because what better to have a confession than in a cathedral? All right. So these 3 cards are going to represent your side and your intentions in this connection right now. And then I have their side for 3 cards, what their intentions are for you or towards you right now at this time. We have 3 cards in the past. What has happened already between the 2 of you to bring you to this current situation? We have 3 cards in the future for what their intentions are for this connection in the next 3 months from now. So this is a timeless reading. So calculate 3 months from when you're watching it, and that's going to be what they're intending to do. If you're watching this video when I'm releasing it, 3 months from now is through the end of 2022. And this card would represent their intentions for 2023 with you, or it would represent the after 3 months time period from when you're watching this video. All right, so we will put this card deck here for now, and I will take reversals just so we get some more information. So this is what you're intending to do in this connection. And I get the Wisdom card in reverse. So it seems like you may not be making the wisest choices, pile 3. I feel like that, you're giving in to your indulgences, even if it's not a wise decision. So maybe you're pursuing this person, but you feel like you know better, or you're trying to do the smart thing most of the time. But with this person, all bets are off. You're like, I don't care. I want them. I'm going to go for them. I'm just going to do it. So it seems like you may not be making the wisest choices, but I do feel with the Wisdom card in reverse that you are still pursuing your passions and following your heart. Because sometimes our heart and our head are not in agreement, and you are not following your head right now. I get the Power card with Arthur and Guinevere, and I get the Temperance card, the Destiny card in reverse. So this is the Emperor. I feel like you might be prioritizing your person as well, and you might be, because this is a love couple, you might be prioritizing them In this case, I think it's a guy. This is an Aries energy, so you might be in love with an Aries. And also I feel like that you could be a Pisces in love with an Aries, because this is a High Priestess and this is an Aries Emperor card. But I feel like you're prioritizing the two of you in your relationship and also your person. And I get the Destiny card, or Temperance, in reverse. I feel like you're wanting to like indulge in some yummy vices right now, pile 3. I feel like you're wanting to pursue your person even if you feel like they're bad for you. Okay, you binge them. That's fine. You intend to move forward either way. Your person right now, they intend with you. I get the 9 of Coins, which represents they intend to want to build something with you. They want to have success with you. So I do feel like they are also highly motivated to come forward towards you. But you probably know they haven't been treating you very well. I get the 7 of Swords, which is slinking off or sneaking off in the night. You may also feel like you have to pursue them, or you have to take what you can get because they may not be around tomorrow, or they may not be available sooner than later. So it seems like you're kind of trying to take action on them, or just willing to receive what you can get from them because you don't even know when you would get it next. So it's almost kind of like you're just trying to take what you can get, even if it's like scraps. But I don't feel like they intend on giving you scraps. I feel like they intend on giving you something, especially with the 9 of Coins, or they at least plan to take you out or buy you a present or something. But it seems like you're also kind of feeling like you might be feeling desperate at this time. You might be feeling like, oh, you just really want to be with them, even if you know they're lying to you, or even if you know they're betraying you, or even if you know they're not reliable, or they won't stay with you, or you feel like they're shady in some way. Because I'm getting also sacrifice. So I also feel like your person, either they intend to make sacrifices for this connection, or they intend to sacrifice and give up their evil ways, and I don't mean evil, but I mean like they might choose to sacrifice their shadiness. So they may know they have to come clean with you. They may know that they need to do better or do right by you, or they intend to do right by you, even if they keep failing at it. And then the sacrifice card, they also might feel like they have to sacrifice money to be with you. So maybe, and I don't mean this in a gold digger way, but I mean they may have to switch jobs to be with you. Or they may feel like they have to make sacrifices to maybe their dreams or goals in order to be with you. So it seems like they intend on compromising or doing something that will lead to the two of you being successful together. So it's interesting. So for you on your side, I feel like you would follow them no matter what. And on your person's side, they're being kind of shady, but they're either trying to give up those ways to be with you or to do right by you, or they're compromising or sacrificing something career-wise in order to be with you or be doing right by you. So that's interesting. In the past, I feel like that you guys tried to build this connection, but that you guys were not always in love with each other. So it's interesting. I get the 8 of Cups, which is the card of walking away in the past. So I feel like you guys had walked away, and then you tried putting energy and effort into this connection. So I feel like either you or your person turned each other down first for like a while, maybe. Maybe you were like, no, 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 no. Or maybe your person was like, no, no, no. And then you guys were like, you know what? Let's see if there's something here. Let's see if we can work on it. Let's give it a second chance. And then when you did that, I got the Lovers in reverse. And then when you tried, you were like, yeah, it's just not working. Or yeah, love is not working. Or I thought we could build a love, but one of us is not feeling it. And then something changed. And then you guys are like, or maybe you felt like your person wasn't really into you or wasn't that into it. And that's why you were like, I'll just be with you no matter what anyway. And your person is like, well, being shady. Because I'm feeling like maybe your person didn't fall in love with you, and maybe your person is feeling like they are intending right now to make the sacrifices in order to have something better with you, because it seems like they're putting in the work with you, but they're really having a hard time being in love or focusing on that because it's tricky. So maybe they need some help or they need to do something else. But let me see more information, because I'm getting in the future, I get Judgment reversed, where I feel like this is probably, no, this is what they're intending in 3 months. So they're intending to not really make good choices. So I feel like they're trying to clean up their vices, but they also aren't. So they might feel like, yeah, I should get sober, but I'm not going to cut it out completely. Or I'll give up alcohol, but I'm not going to give up pot. Or I'm going to do this, but I'm not. It's like they're choosing to still make bad choices on purpose. Maybe they're sabotaging. So there is this. But it does seem like that even while they're still doing shady stuff, that they actually are grounding in more of the romantic love, where I get the Prince of Cups, where their heart now has become more open to love. So it seems like maybe your person is a slow burn, or a slow burner, as you would, because they seem like they have vices, but it does seem like they definitely are able to at least intend. They're intending to fall in love. They're intending to open their heart, and they're intending to really connect, but they're not intending on giving up all their vices, just some of them. And I get the Justice in reverse. So they still might not want a commitment. So I feel like they intend on not really committing, and they intend on things not really being fair or balanced. Maybe they have guilt about taking advantage of you because they still feel like they're not really wanting to give you what you're looking for or what's fair. And they know they're making bad choices, but they're trying to give you more emotional love, or they're trying to open their heart to love where they weren't able to do so in the past. And also, if they're doing addictions, then, you know, you're not going to feel love if you're numbing yourself all the time. It's that. Their intentions in the future is I feel like they still intend to fight with you, or it's still a power struggle, or if you're trying to get them to do something like get sober, I feel like they don't want to do that, or leave some friends behind who are toxic, they don't want to do that. It seems like there's still a power struggle, or they still intend on defending what they want to hold on to, which in this particular case still seems more like the stuff you're wanting them to give up. So it's a very interesting dynamic here, your person's intentions and confessions. Maybe they're telling you to your face, oh yeah, I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do this, but I don't think they plan on it. So that's interesting. This is the first time a reading like this has come up. So if this is triggering for you, pick another pile. Okay, if you want to keep going, we'll keep going. All right, so let's see here. And this is about confessions, so maybe this is like you've been really, really wanting to know this. All right, I want to know more about their thoughts and their feelings, because this is going to get some more information. And I'm going to do 5 Hermit Tarot thoughts. We're going to do 5 Ocean of Emotion cards to clarify, and we're going to do 5 Truth cards on top of them. And the truth isn't really about confessing a truth, not like this kind of video. That's just more like relationship-y stuff, which is going to be good. So we'll focus on that and we'll see what's coming through. All right. Emotions that go with your person's thoughts. Now, a lot of times I'll do like thoughts and then I'll clear them, and I'll do emotions and I'll clear them. But this time I'm actually doing piles on purpose that connect, because I want to get deep. I want to really figure out and get to the bottom of some of this stuff. And these piles have actually had very juicy, interesting secrets. So it's been very interesting seeing what has been going on in these connections on these piles. All right. So I have for you here, your person's, okay, happy and happiness. This is so crazy, you guys. Look at this. Your happiness is my priority. Happy and alignment. So your person wants to be happy. They really want to be in alignment. They really want to be able to focus on this. I'm also getting March 11th or November 3rd for a number or a date. That could be your or their birthday or an important date in this connection. So that is something very, very interesting. So your person really wants to be happy. They want to make that their priority. But it's interesting because I'm getting alignment. So normally with the tarot, I would look at happy and happiness as like they just want to do whatever makes them feel good, whatever that is. But with alignment, I feel like they're not trying to do stuff that is destructive. But I also feel like maybe they just do anyway. So it seems like they're probably trying to clean up their act, and they're trying to be in alignment, and they're really trying to be happy, and they want to make you happy too. I do feel like they do want to put the work in this connection, and they've been trying. So I do feel like they have been trying. Yes, I get that. Yes, this says yes. Sorry about the glare. Yes, they've been trying. intuitive, trust your inner knowing. They've really been trying to trust their intuition. They've really been going there. And I get success is yours. So I do feel like, yes, they have been connecting to their higher self more, and they really have been trying hard to work through their situations in their life. So I do feel like they've been really trying. So that is good. And it does seem like they, you know, if they keep it up, which they're going to try to keep it up, that they can probably, you know, make some progress. So that is good. But they're very, very angry. And then it's interesting because they're scared that you guys are going to keep having the same fights, yet at the same time, they are the ones that start these fights, and they're the ones that intend on keeping having these fights. So they keep picking fights with you because they're terrified. And they're terrified, and when they pick fights on things that they see on your social media, or that they spy, or that they, you know, you'll say something and they'll pick it apart. Because I'm getting that they have a lot of fear here with they are terrified. And then I get hostile. So I'm getting like, especially with the Five of Wands card we got as the last card, it's like they're just picking fights and to hide the fact that they're afraid. So your person is somebody where they use anger to mask fear. And so it's easier for them to feel angry than for them to get vulnerable and feel their fears. And so that is that. Or they keep doing stuff that they know is going to piss you off on purpose. And that's hard, especially if it's like vices or whatever. And then I get that lurking card. So this says lurking. And it says that, you know, maybe they're searching your social media to try to find something to start a fight with you. Or they're trying to like find stuff. Maybe, you know, they're talking to friends of yours and then they get mad at you on purpose for like something. So it seems like they're trying to pick fights with you because they do intend on keep doing this. And that's like a defense mechanism that they use to overcome their fear of vulnerability. And they're also like super, super jealous because it says, I'm a very jealous person. Surrender. Can we forgive and forget? So part of their hostility is they're lurking on your social media being like, who's that guy? Who's that girl? Who's this person? Who's that? Who's that friend? What are you doing? Where'd you go last night? Like your person picks fights based on jealousy in order to cover up their vulnerability and their fear. And then it says financial improvements. So it seems like your person, when their finances improve, they may get less insecure, and that might be less jealous. So it does seem like there is that situation. So there is that kind of connection with your person. So they do want to forgive and forget. And when they can tap into that, when they're feeling more secure and less jealous, then they will surrender and stop being so hostile. They'll stop picking the fights. So when their career improves, then they're going to feel more confident and they're going to start to feel less insecure because they will have more confidence and they are going to start to become more peaceful then. Yes, immature emotions and anger. Okay, you guys, this is crazy. Also, some of you may be dealing with an Aries because I'm getting 4/14. So I'm getting April 14th for some of you, or you may be an Aries, or that might be an anniversary or a date or something that's important for you guys. So yes, I get anger and immature emotions. This says immature emotions. And then what do you want? So I get that they get angry. I get that they get frustrated. So there is a lot of anger that is immature, that's coming from insecurity. And it's like they just have to like work on or process their frustrations and their anger. And I feel like they may be scared that you don't want them, or that you might want something they can't give you or provide for you or make you happy with. And so when that happens, then they resort to being angry because that's a good way to get out of it. So, or that's how they have found success in getting out of things, or they think they have. So that's like some of it. Let's go to... I'm going to go to these other 3 decks that I've been doing in pile 2. That was very cool. So I'm going to go to Messages of Love combined with the Stellar Energy Oracle combined with relationship cards. So we have this one, we have this one, and we have these. Okay. So I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm not looking at them because they are double-sided. So I don't want to like look at them and see ahead. So I'm going to put those here. Oh, but I like that one. I just looked ahead. Okay. And then, all right. We're going to shuffle these. Okay, so we have this one. We have this one. Okay, we have this one, this one, this one. And all right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're gonna do this one. Then this one we have come out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So the first card that I saw is Union, which is beautiful because this is a beautiful partnership card. So that's great. And the card, you can see them getting married. It says, you are brought together by the belief that in partnership, you can be better, stronger, kinder, and more generous than you can be on your own. In a sacred marriage, love reveals its true nature. And that is combined with spiritual lesson and inner voice. So so your person is feeling strong connections to their intuition, or they're growing. At this point, they're growing to connect to their spirituality, their inner voice, their intuition, and all of that, which we did see with the emotion of emotion card. So this is good. And so it seems like that your person is learning relationship lessons from you, number one. So that is true. Second, I feel like they are, as they're becoming more spiritual, they are learning about relationships from their spirituality. Number two, I get faith, which is very cool. It says, trust the progress you cannot see at this time. Incidents in your life are part of larger events, perfectly orchestrated by divine forces to create a life of excellence for you. Have faith. And that connects to mastery and hidden motives. So it's interesting because I feel like they probably have more faith in this connection than they're letting on, because they're hiding or keeping stuff secret. And that did show up with the 7 of Swords on their side. So they are being a little shady, but I also feel like it's interesting because they're trying to master the lesson of not being shady. And they're trying to master the lesson of being able to confide in this connection, to share their deeper thoughts with you, and to let you in, and to be honest and challenge yourselves to be honest. So right now they're trying to learn the lesson and master the lesson of honesty and faith. And that will connect to your connection, of course. And then projection. You are projecting, or they are projecting, both of their greatest hopes and their greatest fears onto this situation. Connect with what truly feels genuine. So your person right now is needing to stop projecting their fears onto you. We got the I am terrified card, projecting all their hopes and fears and everything. So it's interesting. So they need to be more genuine, which connects to their hidden motives card, where they need to not have hidden motives. And they need to learn about and connect to their spirituality in regards to this relationship. So they need to stop projecting. Projecting connects to past life, love, and mirrored souls. So projecting is when they see that themselves in you. And so this is very interesting to the mirrored souls card. So they're definitely projecting onto you when they see parts of themselves that they don't like in you by them seeing it. And then I get past life love. It seems like they've done this before in a past life, and this is probably a little karmic of a relationship. So there is that. Then I get support, which is great, and acceptance. And again, you guys, look at this, past life. So you guys have 2 cards that say past life on them, which is very interesting. So you guys have a very strong past life connection, probably a very strong karma. So that's interesting, actually. So past life love and mirrored souls go together, where you're mirroring each other. And then past life and support. So you guys have also had past lives where you guys were deeply in support of each other and acceptance. You guys have supported and accepted each other in many lifetimes. Maybe your person feels like you're the only one who understands them. They feel connected to you and they feel like everything happens for a reason. It says, seek out a safe environment with loving friends to nourish your soul. And they feel like you are this. The rich exchange of encouragement, laughter, and understanding are the greatest gifts we give each other. So it's very interesting. They do feel a strong bond with you, and they do feel that there is a strong connection here. And then the card of focus, which connects to decision and sudden realization. So they've realized that they need to focus and buckle down. And this is a sudden realization that they have had, and they have decided that they need to make a decision. Like they have just all of a sudden realized they need to make a decision about this connection. They need to make a decision about their life. They need to decide on what is important and what can they focus on right now. And it says there are only two types of emotions, those that feel good and those that feel bad. So keep the focus on the positive. You always have a choice, especially if they have vices and they're trying to do what feels good instead of what feels bad, but is not always wise. So I feel like your person is also kind of battling with or struggling with, like, what is the right thing to do? And also, what is the right way to live their life in accordance to their higher truth and in regards to this connection? So that's what I have for you with these. And I'm going to do a final message for you with the Journey of Love 2 cards. I'm going to do 3 cards for your final messages in regards to your person. So let's see. This is a very complex person you're with, you guys. That's a very interesting, oopsies, that's not the right deck. So that is a very interesting person. Interesting, I put messages on love, of love on Hermit. It's almost like if your person is trying to like hide their truth from you, hide who they are, because they're afraid they won't be loved and accepted. It's so interesting, that hidden motives card, and then it's like it went on the Hermit energy. So I thought that was interesting. Okay, so Journey of Love, 3 cards for your final message with you, with your person. What's going on? So let's see. Well, we'll take all of these. No, we're not. That's actually way too many. All right. 3 cards. We have 1, 2, 3. Okay. So the first card is authentic. Tell me the truth so I can too. Exactly. Your person is working on the spiritual lesson of being honest and of really being open with you and being authentic to who they truly are. So your person is really working through this part. It says emotional. You made me feel things I didn't know I could. So your person definitely feels very emotional too. And you make your person feel a lot of feelings. And I think that they're not used to dealing with their feelings, and that's hard for your person. And then protection. I just want to keep you safe and warm. So I do feel that the reason why your person's hiding stuff is because they're wanting to protect you. They're wanting to shield you from knowing stuff that either would bother you or trigger you or make you mad or that sort of thing, even though they allow themselves to get mad. So it's a very interesting thing because they do that at very particular times, kind of on purpose. So it's very, very interesting, but I do feel that your person is working through a lot of their shadow self right now. They are really working on trying to get into alignment with themselves and mature in many ways and work through their vulnerabilities. But, all right, you guys, that is a message I have for you. I hope that has helped. I'm going to leave you here for today. Feel free to tune in for more videos if you want more guidance on your relationships. And if this did not resonate with you, this was also a very specific pile. Each one of these piles today has been highly specific, which has been very interesting. So this can be triggering, it can be challenging, it's very specific. If this isn't your situation, no worries at all. Feel free to pick another pile or another video. And if you liked this video, I'd love for you guys to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And feel free to feel free to click the notification bell in order to get updates from when I release new videos. So I wish you guys a lovely evening or day whenever you're watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.